Hey everybody, Motumbo here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing some more Historic here on Magic Arena, and we are going to bring you a very special deck. But you know what? It's a deck that you might have seen already because we're kind of just going from one color to the next color to the next color. We've brought you Red Bolas, we've brought you Black Bolas, and today we are bringing you what we are calling Moldy Bolas. And yes, we're just jumping right into the deck. So this video series is going to come to completion, obviously, after this, and then two other colors, because we still have white and blue to do. But Moldy Bolas is mono green Bolas, and we are trying to put Nicol Bolas into play by only playing essentially green cards. So we're going to see if we can make this happen. And again, this is, this is a fun deck. It's been actually working out really well. We've had a couple of different iterations of this deck already. I've been playing it on my Discord for people to watch and people to critique already. So some people have seen this in my Discord. If you're one of those, thanks. And thanks for helping me kind of, move some cards around and actually get it to where it wants to be. But I do think Moldy Bolas is actually going to be one of the more fun decks to play just because of, I think it's going to be a lot, honestly, it might be a lot more consistent. And it might be more explosive because I do think that we're able to actually just do more and put more things into play at once because we're going to be land ramping. Green is known for ramping land into play. So let's really just go over this deck and let's just talk about each one of these cards. So again, we have 4 copies of Llanowar Elves. Who doesn't want a Llanowar Elf in a mono green deck, especially when you're trying to ramp? We have 4 copies of Explore. For the same reason, we are trying to ramp 2 mana, play an additional land this turn, draw cards. Really good. It does cantrip, replaces itself. Very, very powerful. It's going to allow us to, again, just put more and more land into play. So same with Cultivate. Cultivate, 3 mana, search for 2 basics, put 1 in your hand, 1 into play. Really, really good. Really crazy suggestive art. If you look into the art a little bit more. But yeah, Cultivate is actually really good in a land ramp deck. It's just going to allow us to go quick, go big, go fast. Same as quick, but still, it's going to allow us to just do what we're trying to do. Now, Dryad of the Ilysian Grove is really going to help bring this deck all together. So 3 mana, 2/4. It does say that we can play an additional land on each of our turns. So again, this is going to help with our ramp situation, get us more land into play, get us these bigger spells a little bit quicker than we would typically be able to play them. But the main thing that we're really concerned about is the lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. So this is going to allow all of our lands to tap for any color that we want, which is going to help us cast our Nicol Bolases. So again, Nicol Bolas is the point of the deck. Nicol Bolas is 3 colors, triple black, 1 blue and 1 red. Really hard to cast in a monocolor deck. So yeah, Dryad's going to allow us to tap for any color mana, and hopefully that's just going to get us to maybe a turn 5 Nicol Bolas, maybe turn 4. Who knows? We do have Asika, God of the Tree. Now, so this is really cool in this deck. This serves actually 2 purposes, right? Yes, we do have the Prismatic Bridge on one side, which is a very powerful card. It is 5 colors, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, you can reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card or a planeswalker card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom. So yeah, so we do have the potential to actually hit a big creature, one of our planeswalker payoffs. So really, really good. However, the Asika side of this, the main side, is actually in here for another reason. It is going to give us a 3-drop mana ramp creature, which is going to help us get to 5 mana on turn 3 potentially. Really, really, really powerful because we could, just play a Wrenn and 7 on turn 3, and that is really powerful in itself because we could turn 1 Llanowar Elf, so that gives us 2 mana. Then on turn 2, we play Forest, we play Asika. Now we have 4 mana, and then on our 3rd turn, we just play a land, and then we have access to 5 mana. So really, really powerful. Can't really necessarily play a Nicol Bolas on turn 3 because of this, because the Llanowar Elf still taps for green. However, if one of our lands maybe were to happen to be a interplanar beacon, we could filter that Llanowar Elves, that green mana, into the interplanar beacon to help cast a turn 3 Nicol Bolas. So really, really good, powerful. Turn 3 Nicol Bolas is pretty insane. So again, we are kind of hoping for that, but again, that we'd have to have a very crazy combination of lands coming into play in order for us to actually make that happen. But yeah, so let's get to our 5 mana payoffs, because we do have to worry about 5 mana for a specific reason. And again, that reason is going to be Storm the Festival. Storm the Festival, this card is kind of up in the air, but because this deck does not need Storm the Festival at all in order to win. This could be something even cheaper because we don't have any 4-drops. So this could be just 4 copies of Harmonize to actually dig deeper into our deck. But the potential for us to hit 10 mana worth of spells for 6 mana is just so backbreaking. And yes, we do have the potential to whiff as well. But again, hitting 10 mana or even a combination of 8 mana, just if we're getting value back, if we're getting at least the value back from Storm the Festival, we're probably doing really well, because that means we're most likely hitting one of our Wrenn and 7s or Nicol Bolases. So yeah, Storm the Festival, we're giving it a shot. So Wrenn and 7 does a lot of things. It helps us dig for land, because we do want to get as many land into play as possible, because we do want to keep just trying to hit Nicol Bolases with Storm of the Festival and casting our other big payoffs. We do get to put any number of lands on the battlefield tapped from our hand. If we do the 0 ability, we get to create Tree Folk, and then we get to Emblem to return all permanents from our graveyard to our hand. I'm not really worried about that. But Nicol Bolas, we are going to be super concerned. This is our way to win, right? Nicol Bolas is going to win us the game. We've gone over Nicol Bolas 100 times, but I do want to just point out he has all the abilities of all the other planeswalkers on the battlefield. We get to draw cards, make them exile. We get to kill creatures or planeswalkers. But his ability that we're going to win the game with is going to be the ultimate. We are here to ultimate Nicol Bolas. Each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. So how are we going to make sure that we win with Nicol Bolas? Well, we are going to also be playing Vorinclex. So again, we can't hit Vorinclex off Storm the Festival, but Vorinclex is a 6 mana 6/6 with Trample and Haste. Already amazing stat line in itself. Trample, Haste, 6/6 for 6. But it says if you would put 1 or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on that permanent or player instead. So what that means is Nicol Bolas typically comes into play with 4 counters. If we have a Vorinclex in play, and then we play Nicol Bolas, and we get Nicol Bolas to come into play, Nicol Bolas immediately comes into play with 8 counters, so we can immediately ultimate Nicol Bolas and just win the game on the spot. So that is actually the reason why we're playing Storm the Festival, because we really do want to get a Vorinclex in play first. And then if we don't have a Nicol Bolas in our hand immediately, we want to just spin the wheel and see if we can hit one and then just win the game. So that really is the goal. And since we are playing a Nicol Bolas deck, we want to play, Big Brother Nicol Bolas, the God Pharaoh, 7 mana. Again, not going to be hit with Storm the Festival, but Nicol Bolas can potentially do some work. We can make our opponent exile cards from their hand. We can make them exile cards from the top of their deck and then play their cards for free. We can deal 7 damage to a whole bunch of stuff. Or if they have a bunch of stuff and we have Vorinclex in play, we get to immediately ultimate -12, exile each non-land permanent your opponents control. That could just be devastating, backbreaking, however, whatever adverb you want to throw in there. It could be that potentially. So yeah, but we're going to couple that up with 25 lands, a bunch of forests, 4 copies of Interplanar Beacon, and 4 copies of World Tree, because it is important that we are actually getting a World Tree into play, because sometimes we are going to be casting these Bolas brothers and putting them into play that way. So yeah, this is Moldy Bolas. And again, if you like the deck, the channel, the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links down below. Join the Discord. Do anything you can to help us defeat the YouTube algorithm by doing any of those things. It just takes a second of your time. It doesn't cost you anything. So help support the channel in that way. There are other ways to do that, which are in the links down below. But you know what? I just want to see you join the Discord, and I just want to see you all back every day to watch my video. So with that being said, you know what? Let's hop into these games. let's see if this version of this deck is just as good as the other ones we were playing, or maybe better. And then we will talk to you all at the wrap-up. All right, let's go. Ooh. Modern Paper Dad. All right, well, welcome. We're going to get the Bolas party started. This is a pretty decent hand. I'm happy to keep this one. The next turn we actually get to play Dryad. I do think Dryad is the better play here. Gets down a body. It gets down our interplanar beacon, which now produces any color. Alright, well. We really just wanted to draw land there. Alright, keep them honest. So next turn we Ren and 7 if we draw land. Alright, so they're just playing Enchantress. Wow, really? Are we going to start this off already? Interesting, okay. I think you just take 2 damage there, right? Like, oh, even better. I don't think it's really worth wrathing, right? Well, we're gonna start with an Asika. Asika's kind of a weird draw. Sanctum Weaver, okay. Oh, can't be countered, okay. I'm not really worried about that. I wonder what they're gonna tutor for. Solemnity, okay. I mean, I'm fine with that, right? Like, do I just attack here, or they can't kill it? This might be a bad attack, but oh, well, we have Vigilance anyway. Vorinclex actually kind of helps with their Solemnity 9 lives combo that they're trying to put together. It's going to prevent the counters from happening anyway, so. But we're not really looking for that injury. Okay. 6/6. 6/6. No blocks. No blocks, my friend. No. All right, well, we're going digging. We are going digging. Definitely a fan of hitting Nicol Bolas there. Oh, they conceded. They didn't even lose, though. They didn't even lose because they had a legendary. Oh, man. Well, Paper Dad, again, you weren't losing there. I was only going to be killing your 1/2. Again, the wording says each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature, which obviously do right here. I didn't realize it. But yeah. All right, fun times. It's a good way to start it off. Let's just go right to the next game. So yeah. Again, don't concede when you think you're gonna lose at first sight. You know, make sure you're checking out the board. But let's hydrate before the next game. All right. This is an interesting hand. We can't really cast Bolas. Not enough interplanar beacons. Interplanar beacon's not really in here to cast Bolas anyway. We're gonna go ahead and keep. We can land a elf, we can explore. Opponent did mulligan, so we're essentially 2 cards ahead of them. Oh, we're just gonna get all the boluses. Interesting. Well, might as well keep going, right? This is good. We do get to potentially Ren and 7 this turn. Ren and 7 and plus. Could cultivate also, but I don't think cultivating is correct. I do want a plus. Because I do want to hit a world tree. Alright, so as of right now, opponent is still 100% convinced that we're on mono green here. So again, I'm in a plus. Still showing them. Oh, they're going to counter this? Again, definitely need a world tree. Alright, well, we did it. what was... Hold on. Let's go back and check this out, right? New battlefield. 5 mana. Oh, they just miscount, like, because they just tapped all their land to activate this. They were going to try to get in at red and 7. But we had Nicol Bolas, so... Hey, that was a sub 3-minute game, so I'm pretty sure that means extra warm down game. So, all right, let's keep it going. Yeah, that was a shame scoop. I love a good shame scoop. I'm sorry if our opponent happens to watch the video. You know, it happens to all of us every once in a while, but it is still pretty humorous to see. Pretty good. Turn 1 elf, turn 2 Dryad, to our other land. Maybe we draw another land off of that, or cultivate. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent hand. If one of the Dryads was a cultivate, I think this would be our most ideal hands. All right, opponent. There we go. Mono blue. Mono boo is more like it. Yep, go and enchant it. Oh no, they don't have one. Oh, they're not even going to attack? Okay. Go and counter this Lofty Denial. I do think this is a spell you have to counter. Oh, Essence, whatever it is. Put a counter on a creature. Yep. Alright. Except you didn't choose a creature. It says up to 1. Oh, and then never punished, right? Never punished. Fun play. Oh, they don't have a land. Okay. So we do this. We don't get to. Yeah, I think it's better to do this. I don't think there's a one mana counter a creature spell. Could have a bounce, but I'm not gonna attack. I don't want to fall prey to a Spectral Sailor, so. Oh, okay. Well, this This is just what it is, right? I've seen a lot of these decks make comebacks lately. I mean, we just have to go for this. It's going to get countered, right? 100%. This gets countered 100%, but our other plays are just irrelevant compared to this. Yep. Oh, well, they're playing a very powerful deck in, again, in the regular play queue. And as you can see, they're not playing any rares so far. This is a very budget build. So if you are looking to build your collection up, you don't even need that. Like, what's the point of doing that? I mean, we do it again, right? Play another Essence Capture, then we just play another one of these. They did it correctly that time. But yeah, so their deck is really a really powerful deck, but unfortunately it's just one of these decks that is just so freaking boring and horrible to play against, right? But if you're playing a deck with a ton of removal in it, this is it's definitely a very easy deck to build or to beat. But yeah, I mean, just look at the crazy amount of card advantage that they're getting. Siren Storm Tamer. I mean, there's absolutely no way that this resolves. So once they counter this, we are going to scoop some magoops. Oh, they're just gonna bounce it. Yep. So Brazen Borrower, we're into the Royal. All right. They got us. I don't want to sit there. Because part of it is that they're playing a deck that is low to the ground, everything's cheap, and they're spending a lot of time on their turns. So don't need to. I do get a little salty when I play against this mono blue deck because it is really annoying to play against. But yeah, them's the beats sometimes. Let's just move past it. Next game. Oh, we got like insta-paired, right? It got rid of that cancel button immediately, or cancel button immediately. So this is a hand, right? This is definitely against a slower deck. Yorion, I think we actually keep. I think we actually keep this. I mean, we're just going to try to get there on the back of cultivating into a Renin 7. This also could be a blink deck. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. If it is a blink deck, they're most likely going to have not that many counter spells. But it could also be like an Esper control deck. Okay, so this is most likely a control deck, which is kind of a little bad. Yeah, usually when you see the temples, it's going to be a slower paced deck. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but okay, well, don't have a spell pierce, please. Perfect. So again, good news. We get to at least attempt to cast a Renin 7, and then we have a follow-up one in case they do counter it. I wonder if they like aggro by Yorion here and discard. Oh, what are they? What are they playing? right, so we are definitely gonna plus here. A little bit unfortunate, but hey, Vorinclex actually shuts off Flux Channeler. They're playing like a weird proliferate deck. Oh, okay. Okay, well I have some bad news for you. I'm gonna say nice. Nice. They get to untap the Flux Channeler and one of their dual lands. Oh, okay. They're just gonna minus. So, wonder what they get, because they might need a land here. I've definitely been in that position before. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play Vorinclex. We're going to kill the crap out of Teferi. We are going to plus, because I don't want to just minus and then have a Wrath just get our Vorinclex and our token, and then Ren is super dead as well. So, oh, they're just gonna aggro buy. Okay. I mean, if we storm if we storm into a Nicol Bolas, we win the game. So I don't really want to activate this yet. I do kind of just want to try to go. Oh, we missed. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. So I think at this point I do, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, well. I did this because this does put us at 10 mana, so we can buy back the Storm the Festival next turn. We could have played Nicol Bolas that turn, but I'd rather just would have tried to win the game. They're gonna attack again. Them attacking with the Flux Channeler is not really doing anything. So what we could do is we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana. We could put all these into play. We have 12 mana. Could minus cast. Yeah, I'm gonna attack first. So I don't want to tap out this turn because I don't want to. I have a feeling that this is a counter spell. So I guess it really doesn't. I mean, this is definitely something that needs to be countered. Huh, okay. Maybe that's not a counter. Maybe that's a draw 2. Maybe that is a 2. So if this gets Wrath, I'm not really worried about it, but I am going to play it as a blocker to protect the Ren and 7. So I'm really just setting up for next turn. Right? If this is a Doomscar, they're essentially... Okay. You want to proliferate my Planeswalker? Yeah, so if they don't have a land here, I mean we're probably sitting real nice. Yeah, it looks like they're discarding. They're already in their end step. Oh, well, that was a thing that just happened. Oh, and they're going to concede. Oh, well, they're... All right, well, we were gonna storm the festival again, try to hit Nicol Bolas. But yeah, I'm sorry, opponent, that you didn't. I actually would have loved to have seen what you were trying to do, because we saw proliferate. Oh, I did not actually see Eldest Reborn come down. Good card to discard since we had a Vorinclex in play, but good game nonetheless. So let's just keep going. Go to the next one. Well, again, unfortunate that our opponent got a little mana screwed. I really did want to see what kind of crazy proliferate shenanigans they were gonna get into. We are going to keep this. I want to really hope that we draw a world tree off the top. Right, like land, explore, draw world tree, play world tree. You do it. All right, good. There's the land. All right, well, cultivate is interesting. Black, all right, so this is Marty. Ooh, what is this? I actually still don't know what that card does, so bear with me while I attack and then read it. Pay life, discard a card, draw a card, mill a card, ritual counter. Then if it has 3, transform it into a giant 4/4. Okay. Oh, you're reanimating. Okay. All right. Well, it'd be a shame if. Oh, this. I thought that was legendary. If Vorinclex lives, we win next turn. Maybe if they can't reanimate. Right. The heirloom mirrors don't ever get counters, and they'd maybe try to activate and then shame scoop, but then they also could play the removal spell that says sacrifice a creature or discard a card. Let's find out. Yep. They definitely had it. Boo earns. Boo earn. All right, how do we get rid of cards in the graveyard? How do we get rid of cards in the graveyard? So we can Nicol Bolas. That lets us cast cards from their end. I don't think that's good. So we're just gonna play Bolas here and kind of hope, right?
I am one again.
Oh, that does turn into a flyer. Kind of suck. But it taps. Does Bone Shards kill? Oh, it kills Planeswalkers too? Oh my. What is this world we live in? Where there's all these good cards that deal with our cards. Cards that deal with so many cards. Alright, so they're probably just... You just get back. That's fine, 100%. So Asika's actually pretty decent, but we have Bolas here. So they get to... I mean, we have to kill this. Plussing this is almost the same as minusing this. Yep. All right, let's think we're just going to try to cast something big off their deck. Okay.
All your filth is gone.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. Seems really good. So they don't have an immediate answer. Is this as a sorcery? Oh, we could have done it. We could have exiled 2 cards from their hand. But again, don't think that was the play. 5, 6, 7, 8. It wasn't like go into a dance step and then concede. I was just counting my mana, my friends. 5, 6, 7, 8. Scoop. All right. Well, we're still doing it. Oh, the Bolas brothers came down. So, good old Moldy Bolas, right? Keep on going. Oh, reanimate. That's interesting. I haven't seen anybody use that mirror ever. I do remember reading it. I was trying to build a deck that revolved, that was in that color, that revolved around milling, but just couldn't find enough to keep this. I probably shouldn't keep this, but I mean, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. Alright, well, we're not really doing much. Opponent's on the Jeskai. We do have 6 mana. So maybe what happens here is opponent... oh, well. Opponent did not do what we thought was going to happen. We can just draw out a counter here, right? Like, just let them counter and think that they're doing work, right? When they're not. I'm really just trying to get them to tap out and something. Like that. That's pretty huge. Right? So, I mean... I think we just go after their hand. So they could just Teferi bounce this. Or they could scoop some magoops. Oh man, that feels good. That feels good beating Jeskai control with this. Yeah, tapping out for Drawn from Dreams. I don't think Drawn from Dreams is actually a card that needs to be played anymore in Jeskai control. You want to play that other one that has flashback that you look based on the amount of mana that you spend into it. It's an instant. It's just better. Just better. So, all right. Well, another short game, but we're gonna keep going. All right. Well, this is technically the final boss. So, oh, this is a great name. Great name. Karn on the Cob. I gotta take a screenshot of this. That is a great name. Oh, I have to immediately post this into my Discord. That's a great name. That's a great. Sorry, I think that is hilarious. All right, well, opponent is, I would say, a less. They're not a casual player, right? Because they are actually have some of the more expensive cosmetics. So we can't really do anything crazy here. Just gonna get to keep playing all this land into play. We 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 12. So if we could somehow get 5 more mana in play very quickly, we could just go for it in one turn. But it doesn't look like it. I mean, I feel like if we cast this, it dies, right? 100%. 100% of the time, it dies every time. That actually also prevents the treasure map from flipping. So maybe they're gonna try it. Because they might have counted on getting all those treasures, right? That might have been a thing. So that might have just completely stumbled their turn. Right? So yeah, so it actually did stumble their turn completely. So now we get to essentially try to win, which we do. This is gonna be Karn on the cob. Just let us do the combo again. I'm gonna explain it since opponent is quitting. Vorinclex, it says we get to double our counters. So Nicol Bolas, instead of coming with 4, comes with 8, so we can immediately use the -8 ability that says each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. So they actually would have lost the game that turn anyway. So, well, good game, opponent, good game. And that was the final boss. And we have one more warm down game because we had a couple quick games. So let's hop right into that game. All right. Bring everything together. Kind of warm down. And let's kind of just reflect on what we've done with the Green Bolas deck as we play. Gantha. So this is either Jund or Niv-Mizzet. I really don't want to take one of those. So it is Niv-Mizzet. There's a lot of people playing Niv-Mizzet right now. It's a very, very popular deck. Here comes the... Oh, okay. Right on time, Lana Ralph. Right on time. I mean, this just gets killed, right? Lightning Helix. Oh, it's like I've played your deck before. I really have not played Niv-Mizzet in Constructed at all. All right, well, we get to Ren. Yep, Territorial Kavu. You're doing it. I mean, honestly, yeah, we're just gonna try to hit land. They've seen the Planeswalker tech, which is unfortunate. This might be an attack, and then they might have to Lightning Helix it to finish it off.
We will give you one chance to back down.
Yeah, I think they... He did not. So...
Rich soil grows mighty forests.
That was a good hit. That was a good hit. If we play 2 of these... Yeah, this is going to allow us to actually get down extra land drops, which is good. Play another one. They can kill one in response, that's fine. They also might have... Sure. Oh, we don't get to play another land this turn now. Who earns? mean, I kind of don't care about Dryad because we have the World Tree in play. It served its purpose. I mean, now they have to play Niv Mizzet? That was pretty huge, right? Do any of these cards kill that? The fairy would come into play with 2? They couldn't even bounce it? Six, seven, 8, 9, 10.
We will help you find safe ground.
I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to block either, right? I'm just going to let them probably swing both of those creatures at Ren and 7. I'm really hoping they're going to try to the Fairy Tuck, which is not going to work. But I feel like since we're playing our opponents on Niv Mizzet, they're going to be a little bit more highly skilled. Yes. They're going to get rid of the Storm the Festival. Oh no, they're going to draw a discard. Okay. No blocks. You can have it. If we block, then they get to...
Even in defeat,
They could have just bluffed. They probably have another Deafening Clarion, or they have a Lightning Helix. Again. Yep.
Sorry I'm late. Hurry.
So Teferi is always stuck at 2. I mean, that was a draw. This doesn't win the game, though. This wins the game more. But Dovin's veto is a thing.
Upon my
Okay.
impotence.
You can Lightning Helix it if you want.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
No, I think we get this down as there. We play this. I don't think so. You know what? We're just gonna say go. Okay.
This is not over.
I guess we're just slightly worried about Lear. Lear is a card that is going to give their... It's going to give them a bunch of extra value because they're going to be able to cast all of these spells in the graveyard. Okay. Yep, Territorial Kavu, you did a thing. We are going to...
the will of the woods is made manifest.
Spark will be mine.
I really don't want them to start establishing any kind of board. And that's fine. You can tyrant it, bounce it back. So not really too concerned with that. Let's see, Scarab God. Nothing that we really care about. Clothis is kind of a meh card. Well, so I guess we are just going to start drawing. I think we're just going to win the game here, right? We're going to minus. So we have a 14 now. And we are going to play another Nicol Bolas. I'm going to say good game. Good game. Yep, and we get to swing in for 14. Sweet. All right, well, it was a good last game, actually. All right, let's talk about the deck in the wrap-up. All right, everybody, we're back, and we had a lot of fun. So we played 8 games. Yeah, we had a quick concession at one point, but then we also had another concession, which, I mean, we won the game anyway on that turn because we had Vorinclex and Nicol Bolas in play. And we were about to click on Nicol Bolas to ultimate. But yeah, 7-1 overall. This deck, really, really powerful. Now, I do need to be completely upfront that I've already played, other than what we played today, I've played, I would say, 20 to 25 games with different versions of this deck. And I feel like I've definitely won more than I've lost with this deck. However, there is a pretty high variance rate when it comes to spinning with Storm the Festival. So you do have to kind of be careful a little bit when it comes to spinning. You know, don't always expect that you're going to hit one of your crazy payoffs. Storm the Festival, again, is not necessarily a card that has to be in this deck. I do think it could very easily be replaced with Harmonize, but switching for Harmonize, I don't think actually saves you any wild cards, because I do think, since it's Mystical Archive, I do think that it is a rare offhand, because I know I only have one, and I'm pretty sure I have all the commons and uncommons. So 99% sure that Harmonize is a rare, so it's not going to save you on like the wild card front. But again, maybe you have those because maybe you spent more or played more in Strixhaven, and maybe you just haven't put as much time or money or effort into getting the cards from this most recent set. So very possible to have more of those than this, or maybe you want to play a combination of them because you're just, you know, mix and matching what you have. But I do think Harmonize is a great replacement for Storm the Festival, again, because we don't have any 4-drops in our deck already, and it's going to draw us 3 cards, which is almost, I mean, I know it's not as good as putting 10 mana of permanents into play, but getting to those cards is going to be, it's going to be a pretty good substitute, drawing 3 cards for 4. So I still do want to actually build a mono green control deck at some point to play, but I don't think there's enough cards right now to do that. You know, I'd like to see cards like Desert Twister be added into Arena, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, because again, I think Desert Twister is just a really great card, and it's not overpowered. 6 mana to kill a permanent, not a big deal. But I do think it should come to Arena at some point. Would be fun. Wizards, if you're watching, add Desert Twister in a set, please. It'd be sweet, and let us add in like old border, like the Arabian Nights stuff. So that'd be really fun. But yeah, overall 7-1. I have a lot of fun with this deck. It's really, really fun. It catches people off guard because you're playing mono green and you're just ramp, and your opponent's kind of thinking, oh, okay, they're just gonna ramp into something crazy like Ugin or Ulamog. But you know what? Then all of a sudden, Nicol Bolas shows up and they say, oh, what is happening right now? Then Vorinclex happens, then Nicol Bolas happens, and then the game's over out of nowhere, and we're having fun. They're not having any fun anymore because the game's over. But yeah, we got to do what we did, or what we came here to do. So again, this deck's sweet. I like playing crazy decks like this. You guys know I brew decks to have fun. So this is Moldy Bolas. I hope you did enjoy the deck. Again, if you did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe, bell icon, check out all the cool links down below, join the Discord, help us defeat the YouTube algorithm, the old monster there. And yeah, keep spreading the word of the channel. We're starting to pick up some traction again. We're starting to grow, and I thank each and every one of you for helping out and watching my videos. So yeah, just keep being awesome, and please continue to stay safe. And we will see you all next time.